they came up with the Trans-American Racing Series back in 1966. And in 1969, the car behind me was basically actually created by the Mustang owners group, but it had the full development work of Hulme and Moody and some of the best engine and performance guys of the time. And of course, they wanted to get the best drivers. Well, the best drivers in the world at the time were guys like Dan Gurney and of course, Sam Posey. I was about 12 years old, and I had gotten the opportunity to go to Lime Rock for the first time. And I saw Sam Posey drive a car around the racetrack. Started following him and Peter Revson and Dan Gurney. And I used to dream about, wow, if I could only have a race car like that someday. Fast forward through some years of racing, I never thought the day would come where I'd get the chance to actually drive the Dan Gurney Sam Posey race car. Got the opportunity by building it, and here it is today, and we are presenting it to the museum. It took about us a year and a half to build this car, so we took a lot of license with utilizing modern day safety stuff and modern day build technologies. It's a process of taking the car that we had, the shell, and we sandblast it, we media blast it, we just get a look at what we got. And then we know what we're going to finish with and just start ordering parts and welding the chassis together. Most of those sheet metal and components are available. It really shocked me when we could actually get the original tires for this car. We put it on a fixture, we built all the sheet metal around it, we got the car finished. We welded in the roll cage, got the roll cage done, we test fitted all the components. So the engine match, there's all these, then we disassembled the car. We sent it up to Petty Racing to be painted. So we've had Richard Petty's influence on this car. We've had Hulme and Moody, who actually redesigned this car back in the 1960s. You've got these famous race car drivers. And of course, we got the Mustang Owners Museum. By the way, they were heavily involved. The Mustang owners of 1969 are the ones who sponsored the car back then, by the way. So it's made a full transition and a full come around to a 360 to where it is today. Well, it was kind of neat because I got to drive the car of my childhood heroes. And it was an interesting experience because you're dealing with 1960s design engineering. And when I was a kid, I'd watch these cars go around the corner. I'd see the cars rev up in the corner right at the apex. And I do realize why they're doing that now, because you kind of steer this car with the rear of the car. It's got so much power, per se, you can't steer it. So as you're turning the car, it's like you're trying to get it turned into the apex. What assists you through the apex is power. You know, you can just throttle it up and the back end comes around and you're a dirt tracker for a moment, and it's just damn ass cool. What surprised me is thinking about the guys who used to drive a stock, and these, you know, even though they were modified, the tires are the tires and the brakes are the brakes. And the car's heavy and it's bulky, but man, is it a blast to drive. And it's just getting in the car, firing up and hearing it run. You know, I was usually the kid with my nose pressed against the fence watching this. I got to be the guy sitting in the car strapping in.